All right, guys, welcome to episode 125 of the Drag Drive Repeat Show presented by Summit Racing. Dude, I'm kind of excited about being in here today. My name's Mike Narks. I'm the host of this show here and the news that happens on Saturday mornings. I like to say we're your source for news and entertainment from the Drag and Drive community. Maybe we need to have some news anchor ladies say that. Your source for news and entertainment from the Drag and Drive. Eric, what's up with you, man?
I'm Eric White, the co-host of the show and the news. Man, everything drag, drive, repeat related, the circuit related, primarily photos. Man, I'm so close to being caught up. It's been crazy, but yeah, just a little bit of everything: artwork, photos, you name it. That's what I got going on.
Yep, been awesome. I've been seeing Motorsports Paparazzi videos over on YouTube as well. Dude, that channel's growing like crazy. So you got to follow him over there as well. It's a great outlet for everything automotive related, really, I guess is probably the best way to word that. One product I did want to talk about this week is something we haven't talked about in a really long time, and it's really safety. Jaron Nowinski made a post yesterday or day before, 2 days ago now maybe, and had a fire in the hot rod, the Turbo Mopar Mafia here, hot rod, and dude, without a fire extinguisher, that thing could have burned to the ground. It was
absolutely.
Yeah, it was crazy. And luckily he was by a fire station. So those guys came over and got it out officially. But, if he had to wait on them, that could have been 2 or 3 minutes of just the car on fire. Damn it. Like, I don't know how else to say it. But apparently the oil feed line to the turbo blew off or burst, and hot exhaust oil, they don't mix, and so caught on fire. And I mean, he's got some wiring and stuff like that to fix, but it's nothing that's out of the question, out of normal for those guys to repair. But so, of course I start looking at that, I'm like, damn, dude, like I have a fire extinguisher in the old truck, but I don't have one in the cart, and I don't know if the one in the old truck is still good. Like, I haven't looked at it. I put it in there. Hey, 5 years later, I'm like, I hope this thing works when your buddy's car's on fire, so anyways, the product we're featuring this week is the fire extinguisher. They've got like 10 or 15 different fire extinguishers available on Summit Racing, but this one was one I grabbed based on all my research and stuff outside of Summit. The Sparco stuff really kind of did the trick for a lot of stuff. This is a pretty big one at $169, like 3 pounds. But when you're on the side of the road, who cares how big it is? The bigger, the better. They've got little ones that are just the sticks and all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, safety, guys, safety. Want to make sure we're doing that. And then, dude, I want to give a big shout out to our buddy over at Low Dollar Motorsports. Summit now carries a lot of the hundreds of products from Low Dollar Motorsports. So big shout out to those guys. We've talked about having them on in the past, and I completely screwed up the date for the first round, and we're working on a second date now to see when we can get them on here and have some fun like that. So it's going to be kind of cool to see Low Dollar Motorsports stuff in there. So if you've been on the fence, summitracing.com, Low Dollar Motorsports, look at all the stuff they got over there. All right,
I'll stop
talking. Yeah, I'll let you talk for a second.
Well, while you guys are over there, either buying some low dollar motorsports stuff or whatever else you're buying, pick up a Summit Racing Drag Drive Repeat official branded t-shirt, or it's getting that time of year where you guys are going to need to pick up some hoodies. So definitely jump over there. They've got the big brim hats, so those always do good at any event. So any of that stuff while you're at Summit, make sure you jump over there and grab yourself one of those.
And I picked up a small for my daughter the other day. Dude, they had them on sale for $12. It was like in some random like clearance button, and it was just smalls, or I would have gotten me a new shirt too. But $12, I was like, God, let's go. I'm in. So they may have some of those in some other sizes, but I thought that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know if y'all know this, but Summit Racing Speed Legacy began way back almost 60 years ago, 1968, as a one-man startup, and is now the world speed shop with 4 facilities, 200 plus catalog editions. They fuel your passion, save you money, deliver fast, and offer top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app so you can get the easy access to speed parts. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and on the On All Cylinders podcast, which is a really good one. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. And whenever you're doing some shopping over there, we would appreciate if you'd just hit this link. This is an affiliate link that Summit has sent us. We've made it easy. It is a pinned comment or a pinned post on our Facebook pages and all that kind of stuff. So if you use that and you buy something, it ends up sending us a little money if the parts qualify. And it's just an easy way for you to help us in something that you're already going to be doing anyway. So it doesn't change pricing or any other way you shop or anything like that. Just gives us a small percentage of I don't even know what the product list is. There's like 15,000 products it fits, and I was like, I'm not going to worry with all of them. So we'll be covering some of that stuff as we go along. But all right, well, let's talk about some drag drive repeat updates. I know I talked about the Drag and Drive World Champion in the beginning. Y'all, we're getting close. The hardest part about this is just really manipulating all that data within the time constraints that I have that I can spend on that. So my plan is I should have the stuff from Redwood Rally tomorrow, I would think, something like that. And I will have that updated with points updates. And I'm going to post like the top 100 or top 50 or whatever racers. That way you'll know what your stance is when you're going into Six Smokies. So I will have that posted up before Six Smokies if I get the information out. That should be on Friday. We can cover it on Saturday morning's news episode. And then boom, we're off and running.
Yeah, Buckeye skips here. Any E85 or alcohol cars should have a fire system.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's because the E85 stuff burns so clean, it's hard to check. Well, tell us what's going on in this photo, sir.
Yep. So today I started dropping the circuit day 3 photos. So part 1 went up twice today because I was rushing around and uploaded them to the wrong album. So we got them in the correct album now. So those are up, and I will be posting. I think there's 5 parts to this one, so probably about 4 more days, and then all the circuit photos will officially be posted then.
Man, will that feel weird?
Honestly, I don't know anymore. Like, I've just like, it's just part of me now. Like, I feel like once I'm done with all these photos, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, there'll be more. I promise. There'll be more.
Yeah.
Man,
well, I got some uploaded to the website earlier this week too. Yep. So I got a Mega Week day 2, like half of the photos uploaded. So still got some more coming for that. And I'm still working on a process to get that down. I thought I had a process and it worked great once, and then when I tried to do it the second time, it just didn't work. So I was like, eh. So still trying to figure out that process. It's a little more intense to get those photos a little more perfect before they go on the website and at full resolution, so they can be purchased and then just downloaded, and then that's it. So there's no other interactions.
Yep, and you guys can find that on our website under the store tab, or it's dragdriverepeat.com/store, and you scroll down, it'll say photo galleries, or you can find over on the pixieset.com setup over there. Just search Drag Drive Repeat. And yeah, man, that's probably one of the hardest things about what you've got going on right now is like trying to, because you've said it several times, it almost triples your workload because now you're literally looking at each photo trying to figure out all the stuff that goes in there. So kind of crazy.
And it might not have been so bad if I would have decided to do this before we did 3 events in 1 month. If I would have started this last year, it might have been a little easier, but hey, here we are.
Right. And we're going to figure out something. We've got to get you an assistant or something to like, maybe you do the hard stuff, the really good edits first, and then your assistant goes in and does all of the overlays and stuff like that for the there's a process there, but we got to figure it out. So anyway, until then, thousands of photos over on the Drag Drive Repeat Facebook page, thousands of photos on the Drag Drive Repeat Facebook page. I can't explain that enough. Yeah, that's a gang load of photos. Believe me, bro, it's crazy. It is crazy. Well, let's kick this show off and just say thanks to all of you guys for being our race car friends. We appreciate y'all being here. I really do. Right now, you guys are awesome. It's been crazy. I've talked to several of you today and yesterday, and there's some fun stuff that's coming up, and it's really because of you guys. I would call y'all jackasses, but it's been a blast talking to everybody.
Not very nice.
Well, hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. And then right here, dude, how do I keep missing the AFCO Racing one? I thought I had all of these updated. Anyways, thank you.
You need a new picture so that you don't get it confused.
Right, that maybe that's what it was, and I'm sure the other ones later in this episode are going to be fine, but this one here is not. But thank you so much to our sponsors for hanging out and being part of like our whole thing here, man. I've talked to some of them as well over the last day and a half, and it's just awesome to see everybody come together to help push this drag and drive community forward. Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil is awesome. We got some stuff to talk about with them. Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Y'all, if you're trying to do some shopping and looking for some stuff, those folks are out there. We've got a couple discount codes with different ones. We got affiliate links with like Summit and stuff. If you're looking for something and you think one of those sponsors can fit your needs, hit us up. We'll get you in touch right with the folks you need to be talking with.